It's week 6 of the NFL, and it'll be Foye Oluokun, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Colts and the Jaguars, and it comes your way next.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they too... Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Leading them out, the fifth-year Auburn alum got his first career starts last season. Here's Jarrett Stidham.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Stidham's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 30. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now it's Stidham. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
In motion right is Davis. And they'll go with the ground. Now Davis fumbles it, and the Colts pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And leading them out, an exciting second-year QB out of Liberty. Went through some growing pains as a rookie. Here's Malik Willis.
And what an incredible athlete with a cannon for an arm. And he's drawing comparisons to some of the best mobile QBs the league has ever seen. In addition, this is a young man who's learned from his mistakes along the way, prepares really well each and every time now, and he's got an opportunity to blossom in this system.
Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for Keyshawn Vaughn. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year. Jacksonville would give them the season series. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 21. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Camaro. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense.
Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble costed potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here is third down and 4. Now it's Stidham. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And this returnable for Rager. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A former Minnesota Golden Gopher, Rashad Bateman, leading this offense back onto the field. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because...
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Fiorentina DK Uzama in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's a run for Camaro. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. From the gun, here's Willis. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. To throw is Stidham. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they'll get him down as He's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mixon with a first down carry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. You look at this Colt defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Stidham. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown Jaguars. Tyler Beatty, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Willis looks to pass it here. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
Oh, he stays out, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Willis. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Stidham. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Stidham to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Stidham. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here comes Rager. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Indy set to go on offense once more. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get one.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And here's Brad Robbins now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Inside handoff to Mixon. There he goes, right side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's Knight on the handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
Mixing up the middle. And he's across the 40. 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Stidham from the shotgun. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this this game kind of turning into one for you?
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, here's Willis. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw Willis. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That's out quickly to Bateman. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Again, it's Kamara. And he will be very close to a 1st down. We'll see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They run. It's Kamara. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. Making the catch, this is the tight end Oliver. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Malik Willis taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts are once again back in front.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
Think they still have to show him as a threat? Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Jack Fox now,
as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And they will take over first and 10.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they're at in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't put it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback.
So here are the Colts to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out first and 10.
Here's Willis.
Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Gallup now on the end around.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Back to throw, Willis. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
2nd and 9. Now Willis to throw. This one complete to Yoshivas.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. This one swung out to Vaughn.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
2nd down, it's Kamara again.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Kamara is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll turn to Kamara.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Breaks through the contact.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Back to Mixon on second down.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Third down and 4.
the carry. Here's Knight.
And some room to run now.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 33 in the first.
Ordinarily, third down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the second level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Colts 34-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hall to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mixon diving for the end zone. He'll get there. Touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
3rd and 4. Willis looking to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Now 2nd and 9.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And finally down at the 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They run it again with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Willis out of the gun. And that is incomplete. And a pressure here on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He hits his target, Lockett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Love the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Stidham now off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Lockett with an amazing diving catch. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll get this out to Kamara.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay game.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Lockett. Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Stidham. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Stidham. This one caught by Davis. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Stidham. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Josie Jewell, the linebacker, getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Kamara up the middle. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, there's 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends. They're usually big, big people.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes through. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Stidham.
So many offenses want to put their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's Stidham. That escapes the sack. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Kamara with a run on 1st down, but he's fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd down, here's Willis.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
They go play action with Willis.
And he's going to have to eat this with his down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. Gets around him. But now only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. It's actually utilized more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Stidham's throw into the hands of Lockett.
That completion works out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Again, it's Mixon.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Inside handoff to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here's 3rd down and 5.
Mixon up the middle. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
They don't care. He's a man of the people right now. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Jacksonville, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.